Yay. And we were right on the nose. And here's Maureen. Awesome. And Nancy. Yay.
Hello,
How are you this afternoon?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fabulous. Or this morning, as it is in Maureen land.
Yeah. Good morning.
There's Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
Maureen land.
Maureen land. Yeah, that's what they call it sometimes.
And there's Donna. Donna and I
Hey.
are in the same time zone, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
had trouble getting in.
You had trouble getting in.
Yeah, it kept taking me some AI thing. And it was
Oh,
like, I
yeah, I
just
love that.
kept
I love
clicking.
that. I had, matter of fact, I had an Avon rep contact me and said, when you call customer service, it's hard to get talking to a person. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go do it myself and see what you have to do. And sure enough, it keeps asking for an account number. So, I mean, if you don't know what your account number is why you're calling them, that's frustrating. So, what I ended up telling her, this is bad because I do this though. I said, when it says what's your account number, just hit zero a whole bunch of times, and then it'll say press one for an agent. I didn't mention how I usually do it. Straight, I'm screaming at it. I'm screaming at it and reading its pedigree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. Or I start yelling person, person, person. Right. But I don't, I should mention that to someone I guess because I'm surprised that they don't realize, but that's, you know what, I'll email it because whether I think it'll make a difference or not, then I'll feel like I did something about it and I can take it off my list. Right? Somebody may read it and go, "Oh yeah, that doesn't make sense, does it?" So, but anyway, that's yeah, I'm going to do that. Anyway, my new emphasis on making sure I have an order every day is actually working really well. I got my order today. I had an order yesterday. I had an order the day before, and some of it's the sign out front. But my new thing that everybody is talking about and liking is, which I've been doing all along, is they pay me either Venmo or PayPal or whatever it is. Then I have their order, I bag it and put it in my customer pickup shed, which sounds redneck all over the place, but right. And then I send them the Google shot of my property with an arrow to the shed because I've got two blue sheds. And everybody not only likes that, but they like, I can't believe this is so awesome, and I can't believe your attention to detail and all that. So I'm thinking, how can I make this even better? So what I'm going to do this afternoon is I noticed when I went out to the shed to put an order out there that I had some grass that got under the door ends in there, and that shouldn't be. So I got to go sweep it out. But I thought, you know what? I've been just putting them. It's swept. I've been putting them in a Avon box on the ground with just a, that's it. And I can make that better by putting a little, I've got a little shelf from the apartment that I could put there and line them up on there, and I think it would be neater. And the yellow sign I have out front that says the Skin So Soft sign that's getting me the business right now, I've got a second one of those. So I'm going to put on there, thank you for your order, and put it right behind the little shelf with the orders on it. So when they open the door, they're like, oh, look at that. So I'm going for the wow factor. That's what I'm going for. Because now I'm getting that, but I want everybody to like, and the reason is because I'm going to get more business. If I'm easy to
Mhm.
deal with, it's fun to come get an order, and I don't have the advantage of seeing these people. Mostly it's I'm not seeing them. So I can't elaborate, so you'll have to message me if you don't understand what I'm talking about. But both the new customers I got, they Venmoed me the money, um, but I didn't have a lot to work with to send them the thank you card. But both of them I was able to get what I needed to send them the card. If you need more explanation than that, you're going to have to direct message me because YouTube doesn't like it when I discuss that for some reason.
Mhm.
So, but neither one of those brand new customers, yesterday's and today's, both were brand new customers. Um, Neither one of them realized that I have anything more than their first name, I think. So they're going to be pleasantly surprised when they get a card from me in the mail, I'm hoping. So that'll be awesome. But yeah,
Oh,
go ahead,
oh,
Maureen.
I took, and I'm not going to make this into another therapy session, but I took our conversation last week to heart,
Mm-hmm.
and I changed the back of my cards.
Oh, yay! Oh, awesome.
I
So
did.
did you start sending some that weren't necessarily like prospecting ones or not
No,
yet?
I haven't done that yet because but I changed the backs. So I have a
That's awesome.
picture of me. I still have the from my heart to your mailbox.
Hmm.
And then Lisa, I borrowed one of your sayings and I took this
Oh, yeah.
and just used
Awesome.
your wording, which I know you're okay with, and I
Oh,
appreciate
absolutely.
that. And then I
Absolutely.
put my link tree.
Awesome. Awesome. That's perfect. That's awesome. And you know what? When we get a lot of these things, even if we keep trying to make them better, in my opinion, when someone gets a wow experience from us, or even a better than average experience from us, it doesn't have to be huge, you know what I mean? That's how you get referrals, in my opinion. Because, like, even I'll show you this one. This one just posted on my wall a couple minutes ago. And it's, I started doing the interviews, and I'm calling it what? Real people, real impact. That's real people, real impact. I've only shot two so far, but the second one I did. And to me, of course, I was going to send her a thank you card for being an interviewee, right? Of course I would. That would be a given anyway. But of course, I included some brownies because they're brownies, right? So, but look what she wrote. This is it right here. You take nice to a whole new level. Isn't
Wow.
that nice? And all the card was easy to make because this was the promo graphic. And once I do it once in Canva, I just have to fix it for each new person. And that's what I put on the front of the card. So to me, every time I do something, I'm thinking I can use this again for the next person, or even when I'm dealing with customers, I can use this again for the next customer because I like systems. That way I can get stuff done without having to reinvent everything all the time. So even you may notice, like on the Platinum Power team, I'm doing something that I've only done probably three campaigns so far. I changed the header to match the campaign. I wasn't doing that before. I was just putting random stuff up there. And then I saw somebody else do that, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. So last night I did the header to match the campaign and put it up. So that wasn't last night though. That was 2 nights ago.
Yeah. The guy from the construction company had to come back out to fix something in the bathroom. And as he was leaving, I was in here doing something and he peeked in and he's like, "Hey, I just want to thank you for my card." And
Yay!
I guess from the office opened it and then they took pictures of it and texted it to him and
That's
said,
awesome.
"The next time we see you, we'll give it to you." And I said to him, "Well, I just wanted you to know how much I appreciated you and we appreciated you." And I said, and sometimes your bosses don't realize what you guys do out in the field. And I wanted them to know how kind you were because he took everything into consideration. Like when they came back to fix what they had to fix, he took
Mhm.
his shoes off when he stepped into the shower.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, but they opened it and texted him the pictures. But so
I
they saw it.
I think there is nothing bad can come from being over nice
Yeah.
or being over grateful. I can't see a downside to this. You know, you know what I mean? I can see lots of upsides, although I'm not necessarily doing it for other people's reactions, because for me it's enough to know that I'm s- to me I'm supposed to be grateful. So being grateful is just something I would do whether they appreciate it or not. It doesn't. But you know what's funny? Jeff told me he's always way surprised about how many cards I send. And I realize I'm addicted, but he said he's done hundreds of interviews, hundreds, because he's had other books and he's been doing stuff with Bob and all that stuff. He's never got a thank you card for being on a show. Never. Mine was the first when I sent him one. So, I mean, and it didn't even, it was part of my 10, my subscription. So it like didn't even cost me a bunch of money to be grateful. And that one little thing sets me apart. When he's talking about me in the Go Giver thing, he always says something about the cards. So it's just they over there, I'm known as the card lady because I send them all cards.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's a good thing. So customers are like that too. My customers, like Carol, you know, my favorite customer. She always tells the other people that she sends my way about the cards. She doesn't say a whole bunch of other stuff. She says she sends a thank you card every time I buy from her. Can you imagine that? Nobody does that. And it's what, a couple minute thing? It's so, I don't know, so easy. Do you mind if I share screen and show you just a couple cards that I'm doing right now?
No, go right ahead. I think we would enjoy that. But I do have a question
Yes.
while you're doing that.
Yes.
Okay, so one of the things I noticed you do is you have a link for people who sign up
Yes.
to buy or to sell. I
Yes.
couldn't find it. I could not find it anywhere in my back office. Does anybody know where I find that link?
What do you mean for Avon? Oh,
Yeah.
no, for SendOutCards or for Avon?
No, for Avon.
Oh, yes. Actually, I'll show you that first.
Okay.
You go to your customer page for Avon,
Okay.
right? So look
Okay.
at, so you have an account that's a customer account, right? So that you can
Yes.
process orders and stuff. So see, this says my kid here, or my kid's old name. And so I know that I'm signed in as a customer right now. Now you go here, become an ambassador, which is the recruiting link. And then you go up here and that's it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So you'll notice mine doesn't say that. Mine says jointhelipsticklady.com. So I went to GoDaddy and purchased jointhelipsticklady.com, the URL. And then I just forward, when someone types in jointhelipsticklady.com, it forwards to this.
Okay.
Okay. So it's just like this is where you send people for your to go shopping
Right.
and any of the when you're selling a product and want to send them to the page, it's the same. So like this morning I put up that jewelry set, the statement one, this one. So if I go to the page for the necklace and go up here, and that's where I send them. And it has my name on the end here. That's how you know. So when I'm
Okay.
doing the post about it, that's where I'm getting all those URLs from.
All right. Thank you very much.
Certainly. So
Thank you.
now I was going to send out cards, right? Yep. And
Yeah.
then, so right now my ones, these are thank you ones, but this is the customer. I'm doing a customer flat card. I just got done doing a 3 panel, so I wanted to do something different. I'll just show it to you, but I Google searched, um, is it expiration makeup expirations or something like that? When should you throw out makeup? I think that's what I Google searched. And of course it came up with different stuff, but I hit image and got this one because I thought this was simple and colorful. Okay. I put my URL on the front of it here. And then on the back, I made sure to put this picture I'd already taken to promote the new, excuse me, the new brow pencil. It has the spool on the end. That's the picture from that. So I was just reusing something I'd already done. And then after I took the image from the front, I looked at some of the articles and wrote down a couple of the tips. So store makeup in a cool, dry place that I wrote those down and then put them on the back. And then shop for your fresh makeup here in my URL again. So that's it. That's the customer one I'm doing right now. And I got that from you, Maureen, because you were saying, wouldn't it be good to not just always send the 3-panel, to just to throw in a flat card once in a while or throw in a 2-panel once in a while. So you made me think of that, and that's why
Thank you.
card. Thank you.
Yeah, because that's what I've been doing with this one. I just made it a flat card.
I want to do another one for the sunscreen stuff. So they provided us with lots of pictures for that, the new sun stuff. But I want to Google search some tips on not getting sunburn or how often you should put it on or what SPF to pick, those kind of tips, and just do another flat card like that. So because I send 10 a day, I go through my list pretty quickly. I mean, relatively. So the other one that I'm doing.
I like that one. I like that idea.
Which one?
I said I like that idea with the makeup. I never even thought of that.
Oh, okay. I saw somebody else do it. It's fine. Yeah. I don't have many original ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. So the recruiting one I'm doing right now is this one. Almost all the other ones you see there are thank you cards, in case you're wondering that. This is also a flat card right now. And it has, so I just grab pictures off of Avon's site when I see them and like them. And I try to get the different categories. And I change them regular because, as you know, like this jewelry, I think is still in, but barely. So we've moved on to something else. So I try to change it up pretty regular. But become an Avon ambassador. I haven't in my real life changed to ambassador, in case you're wondering that. I say representative, but I want to make sure if they're going to go sign up, the wording on the card matches what they see when they go there. The same reason why that when that person called me this morning, I stopped everything and called myself to see what she saw so I could tell her, what to do. But here we go. And the other side of this, I wanted to have me somehow, that's a small picture, but that's from, I think, DC, and then up to 50% commission, the stuff we've always wrote on that. But at the bottom, I always put looking to purchase Avon instead, because I have a list of a few hundred people. At one time, they wanted to sell, but maybe they just want to buy. I want to make sure they have a way to do that. So here's my contact information in this, and the other side has the URL to sign up. So, okay, and that's the other one I'm doing is the convention one, and I did find a way to get everybody's who's going all generations. Does anybody else have that problem? When I said, does anybody know the answer to this? I forgot that a lot of you don't necessarily have 4th, 5th, 6th generations. Sorry, I've just been in longer, that's all. But the card, this is the big card, and I did find a way to get all my generations. What it is, in case you're wondering, that is when you ask for it to be the Excel file, it only gives you 3 generations. When you ask for the PDF, it gives you everybody. So, right, I don't know why that is, but It's one of those mysteries in life we'll never know, right?
Hmm.
I'm sure they're not even doing it on purpose. It probably was just whatever they did. So this card is, I'm doing two of these a day and four of the others, four customers, four um, prospects, and two of these right now. That's what I'm doing. And that's the autograph card. The other thing is every day it's a little bit different how many I do. So I don't say I've got to do four or four and two, because if I have three thank you cards to do, I'm going to do those first. That thank you cards trump everything else. So thank you cards first, and then I divvy it up over those other three things. And the convention ones won't take. That's not going to be a big giant undertaking, because I've only. Oh, it doesn't say how many I have, but it's only a page and a half, so I'm doing two a day. And I've already got some people message me back with a picture of them holding the autograph cards. So that's awesome. And when I last time I did that, when I got to the convention, everybody was, oh, sign my card, and that was fun. Yeah, they're like, well, she sent it to me. I better have her sign it, right?
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah.
I got an email last week from SendOutCards, which was very interesting because I had
Oh,
never gotten an email like this before, and it said there was a basically it said there was a glitch with one of your cards. It's been
oh,
rejected.
oh.
So it tells, and it brings me to the link to go look to see what was wrong. And according to what SendOutCard says, the address, the city, the state, and the zip is all wrong. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense because in April and May, I sent the same person a card and they were not rejected. So I called SendOutCards and I talked to this one lady and she's like, this is very confusing. So she was going to bump it up. And once she got an answer, she was going to get back to me. And then yesterday I realized I hadn't heard from anybody, but yet the card was still rejected. So I
Hmm.
called again and she's like, yeah, I got somebody else on the phone. And she's like, yeah, this is really weird because you've sent other cards to this person. She says, I know, and I can't remember their names, but she's like, I know resent it for you, but it was also rejected again. Let
Oh,
me try it a different way and I'll resend it for you. And I haven't looked this morning yet to see if it went through or if it's been rejected.
because that
But I
that's not necessarily them. That's the postal
no,
service.
it's the post office. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
Yeah.
just thought that was weird that they actually sent an email saying, hey, because I was like,
yeah,
that is fantastic that they let us know. Because not
yeah. I've
everybody
had
goes
that a
back and
couple.
looks.
Yeah, I've had that a couple times, but usually it wasn't me. It was the postal service. They had something, or sometimes like brand new. I'm sure this has happened to you too. The brand new Avon recruits will put their right. Like instead of saying North Charleston, they'll put, you're supposed to put N Charleston, so Charleston fits. They'll spell out North and then Charleston doesn't fit. But I mean, they'd still know where to go from the zip code. But that's one example. So they'll have like their long street address, they'll try to shove it all on the first line. But instead of doing Northwest NW, they spelled it out. So the apartment number is now missing. So I've seen people do that a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, the ones that I got kicked weren't wrong. The postal service just was wrong, which is awful. I like getting it back though, because I can clean my list.
Mm.
I mean, that way I can take them out. So,
Yeah. I realized yesterday I went to send a card and I realized somebody that passed away, I never took them out. And I'm
oh
like,
yeah,
ooh, I need to take this
yeah.
person
Oh,
out.
always feel bad doing that too. Like
I do too.
Nancy, when she passed away, I'd sent her a whole bunch of cards, and every once in a while I look back at what I sent her. But I had to lose the history and take it out, because it's like I don't want a card to go out by mistake. That
Yeah.
would be bad because her son lives there. So, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
Yeah.
I run right in there and take those out. Yeah, yeah, that's awful. Anyway, um, the other thing I'm revamping, and this is Scott's not on, but Easter Day. Uh, I think he said, send me these. And then I did. And he was finding stuff that was outdated in them. Because, yeah, he's awesome that way. We do quality control checks on each other. But this is my card series for brand new Avon representatives. All three of them are, matter of fact, that's an idea. All three of these right now are 3-panel because I wanted the extra space to put the ideas, but I could add on to this. When I was sending someone when they signed up new for SendOutCards, I sent 4 cards, one of each type. So I sent a postcard, a 2-panel, a 3-panel, and a big card. That way they could see in their hand every single kind. But I didn't think about doing, gee, Maureen, I'm thinking on the fly with you. But sending another one, and it's easy. These are a campaign. So I can easily add a 4th card or a 5th card. And I've got these going a week apart. So the point to me is that they'll feel like I keep reaching out to them because they don't know I just schedule it once and they all just go. So, but I need to revamp them a little bit because, ooh, who's that? Right. But there's other stuff. See, I already fixed this one with the blue, but I got to look at all that stuff. And I don't think it hurts to update them even if you don't have outdated stuff. That's Peg Duchesne's pet peeve, I think, is an outdated picture. Right, and it's only noticeable because my hair is so different, but but that's a good point though. Then you meet somebody and they're like, right? So, and I still, this is how did you get the word on the mailbox? Was that
ChatGPT.
Oh, nice. You said put it on the side of the mailbox?
No, maybe that one was Canva. It was either ChatGPT or Canva. I had make it, and they did it themselves.
Oh, that's the other thing. Do you mind if I show that for a minute? Is Canva? I know you're the Canva expert. I'm not,
No, I'm
but
not an expert because I'm
well,
struggling with something right now. So,
no, no, you're supposed to go, yes, I am, aren't I, though? Oh, just go ahead and own it.
yeah, I'm
So,
struggling trying to find how you get your covers,
oh, which cover?
like to make for your Facebook pages. Your
Oh, there's actually a topic and my covers don't fit exactly, so you may have it and not realize you do have it. So when you go, there's a category. Um, is it Facebook cover? A category, Facebook cover. So if you click on that, and then you can pick a template and work from there. So that's the template. I haven't had to create one in a long time because I use the ones I've already got. Now
right.
I've gone on here. So see, like the one I just updated with like I was talking, I update the campaign. That's something new I'm doing. This is representative of the new campaign we're on 13. Now when 14 comes up, I'm just going to take a bunch of products out of that and edit this.
Yeah.
So once I do one, I don't create it again. I just update it. And that's true for all these other things. Like this is on my that page that I just do the coupon codes, and I just updated it the other day. This is the one for the jewelry. Oop, why did it do that? This one right here, the jewelry. And I don't even remember where I got the template for it because I created that over a year and something ago, and all I do is change what's in the pictures and change this in the color, and it's the same one over and over.
Yeah.
So a lot of these, and now this is the real impact one. So all I'm going to do is save that as a copy for the new person when I have another one to do here. So all of my stuff is like that pretty much. But if you pick Facebook cover, it'll give you, the only thing is that you don't see the whole, like, let me give you an example. This one is the one that's on my timeline right now. And you'll notice it's cut off if you go look. so it doesn't fill the whole space. You see what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So you almost have to, I don't know how they do the measurement, but you almost have to make sure you're staying within the middle of the thing a little bit. So I did it a couple times until I saw that it fit. Because their measurement's a little bigger than the actual thing. Because in the actual thing over here, right, you see, whoops, where is it? Where is it? This one. See, you can see the whole packets here,
Oh,
but on the actual thing, you can't see them. They're down here. So I had to do it a couple times and make it fit. But yeah, do you normally you know what's funny they're doing now is if I don't use one of their templates, they send me an email and say, "Did you know we had a template for that? You didn't have to create that." Which but, hey, that's part of my thing I like. I
Yeah.
I like creating.
Yeah. The last couple of weeks, my brain has been, not it's been shorting out a little bit. So I was in there trying to do something yesterday and I was just struggling. I was struggling. So I finally gave up. I was like, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting upset because I know where this is. I know right where to go to look for it. But at this time, I just cannot find it. And I noticed that happens to me a couple times a year where so I don't think my thyroid meds are working again. I think they're off a little bit because I can feel it in my body and I can feel it in my brain. So so I was like, yeah, I just can't figure this out. I'll ask Lisa tomorrow if she can, show me because I know where this is. I know I know where to go to get all this. I just can't figure it out today.
You know, I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'll reuse stuff over and over until I don't know, get a wild hair and create a new one. But I don't like to spend a lot of time creating new ones. I like to spend the time to create it once and then keep updating it for a long time so that I don't have to, I can use that time to update something else.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel that way about even the thank you cards. Like right now, my thing is the products that they bought on the front, the products they didn't buy on the inside and the grid, and then the note on the other side. I'm doing a two panel. That's my thing right now. So, and there's Peg Duchesne.
Not bad.
Are you
hey,
at work or are you at home?
I'm at work
Oh,
taking an extended lunch hour to be with you.
oh, that's always nice. Thank you. What's new in send out cards with you? You doing? Did
Um,
you do the act right? You did the act.
I haven't, I have the axe plan, but I haven't done it and I want to figure it out. That's my goal for this week.
I haven't sent. I've only sent a couple, so I'm no expert on that yet.
Cody had a good meeting on Monday where he talked about the act that his daughter sent him for Father's Day.
Oh, that's nice.
Whitney sent him a really cool act. She had a template with a two picture kind of thing. And he loved it. And apparently she has a thing on the back that says, if you would like this as a printed card, let me know. And then she prints it if you want it.
Oh,
That's kind of
nice.
cool. That's
That
kind of
is
cool.
cool. Yeah, I think it prompts you for that
Yeah, it
anyway,
says
right?
prompting.
There's a prompt for if they wanna. How many of you sent, Donna? You sent quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, I've sent quite a bit.
Oh, nice. Nice. I
Yeah.
gotta get doing that. That's gotta be like the 10 I do not miss because it feels like I'm blowing money every time I miss one. So I do not send my 10. But I've got to look at the act ones the same way. I've got to say, you know what, there's got to be five of them that go every day or they'll be held to pay or something. I've got to have some kind of because I think that's how I got myself to do those 10. I wasn't that good about doing that until I thought about it in terms of missing. It's like I'm paying $3 or something plus postage in my head. If I don't take it, I'm just throwing that in the street because it doesn't roll over. Once I thought of it that way, I'm like, I'm not missing that $3. I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
That seems kind of crazy, but that's the case.
I
Peg,
just had like a thought pop into my head. Some of the groups that I'm in, sometimes the people ask for like cheer up cards or something like
oh,
that, you know. I could do that. I could make them an act and send it to them, you know, via their social their
Their
Facebook.
email.
Yeah. And I could send it to them and Messenger, and then they'll have it right then and there.
yeah, that's a real good idea too, to
Good
get
idea.
people looking
Yeah.
at doing this too, because it's a less expensive alternative. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
going to pay a monthly. Is it 10, I think it's 10 a month
Yeah, 10.
if you didn't do the whole thing.
$10. Yep.
Yeah, for 10 a month, you can't.
I'm listening to us.
My needles don't come from here anymore.
All right, Nancy, you talking to us or
CVS
somebody? Oh no. Okay, I'll mute her. But I think that's the least expensive alternative right at the moment, so people might go for that, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm still, are you doing the 10 a day pig?
Well, I should be, but I'm not.
Oh, okay. No, I meant, is that are you on that plan still, or you
Yeah,
didn't
I'm
do?
on that plan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't
Oh,
know what,
no, 10, not the printed cards. No,
oh, okay.
I'm down to the 27.
Because I'm still doing the 10 a day, so I want to make sure I get my
Yeah,
10
good for you. You're so
in.
good at that.
Well, sadly, it took the fact that I every one I missed was I thought about it, and it's like three or $4. It's almost $5, right? Because the card, if I was paying regular price, and then
Right.
shipping is now 70 cents, isn't it? Or 72 or something. So
Something.
something. So, but anyway, that's that.
So
So
who
what
did
else?
you say here is sending a lot of acts?
Oh, I
Donna?
am.
Donna.
Yeah.
So tell
Like
us what you're doing.
like the shop and learn. I put just do a flat card and then, put the picture of the shop and learn items. And then on the back, I put my, all my contact information. And then I just send that to all the customers that I have their cell phone numbers.
Oh
Oh, cool.
God, that's so smart.
I send it as a text message, which it gives them the link, and then
And
they can.
Avon's doing that almost every week, almost.
Yeah, they missed.
Just
I think it
one.
was last week. Yeah,
Yeah.
last week they took a breather, but
Yeah, I
they're
don't know
back.
what that was about, but yeah, they came back with it this week though. It's a
Yeah,
good one this week too. A
yeah.
good set of stuff. Yeah,
So
that's a good idea because we don't have time enough to send them a card with that on it.
right,
So that's
that and I
perfect.
send them to people that I can't get address information.
Oh
My
yeah.
Facebook. Some of them I've tried every which way but loose to find them. And I can't. So
Yeah.
now I've started sending them the acts for their birthday parties.
Perfect. Perfect.
Hopefully.
I've had a hard time getting some people's birthdays like that. Like they're not
Yeah,
putting
some
on
of them don't
Facebook.
show.
Yeah, I think that's kind of funny, but for the most part, I'm getting a bunch of new Avon customers paid because I made a commitment to myself that I'm going to get an order a day. Just one. It doesn't have to be a big giant thing. Just one, but it's working. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Because I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I am getting an order today. I am kidding. Let's see what has to be done to get my name out there enough that one of them orders. Let's see what I have to do. So, but it's working. I put the sign back out front, and I have some Skin So Soft on hand, so that's helping. But that yesterday's order and today's order were both brand new customers, which I love. So yay! They've Venmo me the money, and I put their order in the customer pickup shed, and then they just come get it when they want to. And
Contactless pickup.
yeah, and both the customers, they said the same wording, which was a little weird. I love your setup. You have such a cool setup going on. So it must look like a system, that's awesome. So they can feel comfortable. So, but I was telling these guys I'm gonna upgrade my shed experience and put a little shelf out there and put the other yellow sign. I've got one out that says Skins and Soft on hand with my phone number. I'm gonna put the other one behind the table where I leave their bags in the shed and just put thank you for your order because I think it can't hurt to thank them again, even though I write it on the ticket and on the bag. I want them to feel thanked.
Feel the love.
You want to
Well,
guys want to giggle? You want to
what?
giggle? Yesterday we walked into Sean's doctor's appointment and the lady goes, "Are you Maureen?" And I go, "No," because I also have an appointment at the eye place, but it's not until August. So I thought, and she's like, "Wait, you're not Maureen? I have your Avon book." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm Maureen, but I thought you meant was I Maureen here for my appointment?"
Then she's probably like, what?
Exactly, but we by the end of it, we both got a big giggle out of it and everything. And then she was telling somebody else the story. So then they're like, "Well, let me see her Avon book."
That's perfect though.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. So what else has been going on? How about Kim? What are you doing?
I am laying on the couch right now, just listening to y'all, just excited that I got on today because I always miss it. But I have been failing at sending cards. I used to be on a very good schedule to sending my birthday cards and my thank you cards. And I don't know, I guess it's called life has just been lifing.
Yeah.
So my goal is to, get back on. So I've been sending a lot of happy belated birthday cards and they still love them, but it makes me mad that I had to send it late. So, and I am doing better with thank you. I took your advice. And so I
What?
send the card when they, once they pay. And that way I don't forget to do it.
Yeah, I was just going to say that you asked me that, and I didn't realize I did have a system for that, but the card follows the payment. Right. So,
Right.
right. When you asked me that, I didn't know that was part of my system, but once you made me think about it, that's true.
hmm
Is when I get the payment, I do the thing. Um, yeah, that's why both of the new customers, they paid Venmo me the money before I even took the order. So that was awesome.
That's
So
good.
I made sure they picked up and then I did it. The other thing that I'm doing, this isn't a cards thing, but is um, like these two customers don't know me. So I want to make sure I keep them updated the whole along the way, and they're not going to meet me because they're picking up in the shed. So they don't know whether I'm good, bad, or indifferent, or they're going to get their order for real or what. So, like I said, I'll be putting your order in the pickup shed with a little map and the whole directions and all that I sent her. Then, after I put the order in there, I said, I'm preparing your order now. Then, about, I don't know, half hour later, I said, just so you know, your order's in the shed, ready to be picked up whenever it's convenient for you. Then I checked the camera when she did pick it up. And I said, I waited like an hour and something, and I messaged her and I said, I noticed that you took your order, just making sure everything was as it should be. And they were all thrilled to have that kind of contact. So one lady, she's like 90, she wanted to leave me a check, and I knew her, so I said, okay. And so she left the order, and Liza actually, that used to work for me, left cash. And both of them, when I found it, I text them right away and said, payment received. So I think the extra communication made them feel better about the transaction. I don't know
That's
if that,
awesome.
that can help you work into your system or not, but
Yeah. I
it
don't have
only,
a pickup place. That would be good, but most of the time when they come pick up, they're picking up because I'm home and they'll,
ah,
get it from me. Otherwise, I'm delivering it. And I've got to buy a new brochure box because it's like the weather has had its toll with it and it's kind
No.
of falling apart. So that's kind of upset me. But I just need to get I think a stronger one.
Do you
Yeah.
have a place at your house you could have them pick up? Like a garage or a breezeway or something like
No
that?
garage, but I do have I have a delivery box on the side of my house where I have, my delivery people to deliver their stuff. So I could always put it in there, or I could get a little box or something to go beside it that says Avon or whatever. But yeah, I need to create a space because I'm not home more than I am home.
'Cause I don't know, customers like that. I thought that some customers might think I was putting them out or not doing my job or whatever it is. And it's not like that at all. It's more like, oh, good, I don't have to worry about coordinating our two schedules so that I can meet up with you to get my stuff. I can come get it whenever I want. And it's
Yeah,
like,
that is
yes, you.
good.
I think that's more how people feel about it. But then again, I live way, way out where it's rural and they might be going by only one time and they don't want to have to rely on my schedule to be here.
Oh yeah,
But
Yeah.
that's true. Hmm.
but and I've been doing a free gift with every order. I do include that in the card, in the thank you card. I include it on the invoice. I handwrite my tickets though. I include it on that. I include it when I'm telling them. Like I say, I give a free gift with every order. So when you pick up your bag, you'll notice there's something in there. But I wrote it on it too. And then I put
Hmm.
it on the thank you card too. And usually, whatever it is free, I put a picture of it in there and say, this is your free gift. I hope you enjoy it or whatever. And I'm getting those from the coupon code stuff and from the Creative Collective stuff. And, we got a bunch of stuff free when I went out there. So I've got a box of stuff that I got free and I'm just repurposing it for that. I was using a lot of things for the door prizes, which I still do, but I don't want to spend a bunch of money to ship a body lotion would be more than the price of the body lotion to ship somebody a body lotion for a door prize. So like yesterday, I gave a customer a full-size body lotion that I got
Oh
free,
wow.
but
Mm,
I got it free, right? So I
yeah.
got it free. So, but she was thrilled. She told a couple of her friends. Yeah, so that worked out because that was the best
Hmm.
use, I think. But because I don't want to have a bunch of stock on hand, I don't turn it fast enough for that. But
Right. And all I need to do is remember to put the coupon code in before I submit.
no,
I spent, I did the
yeah,
$200 one, so I had a $200 order, but I forgot to put the coupon code in
dang,
again.
dang,
So
dang, dang.
I
Oh
know. I was like, oh my goodness. And then customer service is talking about, oh, you just need to check it before you hit submit.
no,
And
no.
I said to her, yes,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
I knew that part, but thank you.
Yeah, I don't think they can fix it. Well, yeah,
They can't. They
yeah,
They
can't.
can or
yeah,
won't.
yeah. Once you hit enter, that's the end of the world.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
so that's that. But yeah, I think the main things we always are emphasizing is the show of gratitude, especially for the customers. But I don't know about you guys, but I get so much business from referrals, and I think it's because of the whole I'm grateful for the business, and I make sure that the customers know it. Because wouldn't you? I keep thinking to myself, I love that when somebody treats me like that when I'm the customer. That's why I do it because I love it when somebody, instead of, I see so many people doing this, is they act like they're doing you a favor waiting. You know what I mean? That drives me insane. Even some direct sellers, I've seen plenty of Avon people do it. They'll answer the phone and act like you put them out calling them. I've been at lunch with an Avon representative. She answered because it was a customer and acted like she was annoyed. And I'm like, oh God. I almost couldn't stand it because I'm thinking if you're in a situation where you can't be pleasant, don't answer the phone. You're better to let it go to voicemail or something. And I love send out cards too for when I mess somebody's order up, which I've done plenty. I just don't tell you every single one of them. But when I mess somebody's order up, it makes it nice to have. I can send them a couple brownies and a card. I have yet to have somebody stay mad when I've done that. And they order again is how I know they got over it. So, matter of fact, this customer that I just submitted her, she had $100 order. About, I don't know, 5 or 6 orders back. Um, she gave me 2 credit cards and wanted me to split the payment or something. And one of the credit cards didn't run. And it was a whole thing. And I did get the full payment. I did process her order, but there was a question in her mind whether I did it right. And nothing I said fixed that. And I thought, oh, I'm going to lose this lady just because she's not understanding what happened. And it didn't. I sent her a card and I said, I'm sorry how confusing this was, but here's what happened, just so you could see it in black and white. And I did screenshots. And then I said, hope the brownies ease your pain is basically what I said. But she's continued to order after that. So I think it really helps to have something, because what would we do if we didn't have sent out cards and we goofed? Do most representatives, I wonder what they do. Right. Maybe,
Yeah.
right. I've seen people comp their order, but I don't think that's the way to go. I think you're better to charge the right amount and then try to send them something, or what they really want is for you to go, I messed up, I'm sorry. That's what they really want. They really don't need you to comp the whole order. They really don't need a discount, or, you know what I mean? I think they really just want you to admit you did something wrong, which surprisingly most people won't do. Have you found that to be true too, Peg, in the outside world? Because I'm just a direct seller my whole life. In the real world where you work, are people that averse to saying I'm sorry in the real world too?
I think some people are and some people aren't. It depends on who you are and your personality. But I think what you're saying, Lisa, is people appreciate when you admit that you're wrong and you make it right. They appreciate that. And I love that you send brownies and say, I hope the brownies ease your pain.
But yeah, and I use brownies for a lot of stuff. Like Kevin, the guy who takes care of the van, he gets brownies all the time too. Yeah. But
Well, and
yeah,
I remember one time you said, how many brownies would it take to feed your whole dinner table?
you're the one that came up with that. I used that idea from you.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Well, I
I was
like it.
Yeah, I was standing there. You came up with that. I was standing there. I forgot what you said, but you said something that made me say that. When I was talking to him, I'd only sent him two, and I said, "When you sit down to dinner at night, how many people are sitting at your table?" Is what I said to him. He said 4. We have 2 kids. I said, "Oh, I should have sent you 4 brownies then, because you would have had to cut them in half, and that's no fun." So the next time I sent 4, and I do 4 all the time, but I worded it like, how many people are sitting at your table at night? So
Nice.
in case there was a grandma or grandpa or something too.
What a good idea.
Thank you. That was your idea.
Well, and I'm so glad you followed my advice.
I do more than you know. I just don't always say thank you as I should. Because you're the pro. I didn't go on the. Are you back doing the Go Giver or no?
Am
Not
I
yet.
doing what?
Go Giver.
What about it?
They're back. They're
They're
back doing.
back?
Yes. My
Really?
yes. You didn't get there's emails.
I
There's
don't
a
think I got an email.
they're on Mighty Network. Oh, because they're back and they're doing stuff, and they had a thing at noon for decluttering your house with Estelle. But I didn't realize it was on that quick, and I didn't get on it. But I'm gonna watch the
Oh,
replay.
wow.
Yeah. No, I love that group because we're all like-minded as far
Right.
as the grateful thing, and that's so nice to be around people. You know, it's funny, my own mom would she would rather she would rather get hit by a car than say, I messed up and I'm sorry. She would never say that to a not saying it to us is one thing. Not saying it to a customer to me is the bigger sin. You know what I mean? I don't expect her to say it to family or something, but I was shocked that she wouldn't say it to a customer. And I said, Ma, the customer would probably buy from you for life if you would just say, you know what, I didn't do the right thing on your order. I messed it up. And she said, but I didn't, or whatever. I said, even if you didn't, she thinks you did. So if you just said, I'm sorry, I'll try harder to get it right next time. I appreciate your understanding, or whatever you say to include the words I'm sorry. And she just couldn't. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's a personality thing, right?
Yeah, for sure. So is Go Giver on Wednesdays?
No. They're doing like whenever they have I think they have some scheduled stuff, but it's not like the big Zoom with all of us
Oh,
in it.
okay.
So they
Gotcha.
have like a four people meetings and they have stuff like that. And Bob sends out his thing all the time. You want me to ask Kathy to send you the link thing?
I'll send her a link. I'll send her a message.
Oh, okay. Because
Thanks. Thanks
it's
for letting me know. I'll
yeah.
tell her Lisa told me the gang's getting back together.
We ride at noon, right? Yeah. 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 And oh, matter of fact, Peg, isn't it true they are more apt to call both of us, you and me, card ladies than they are me, the Avon lady? They, right? I think they're more apt to. I know Jeff does.
Well, Bob certainly knows you're the
Mhm.
number 5 in the world.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. What were you going to say, Kim?
I received the email, but I didn't join them again.
Oh,
Yeah. I received the notification, and I was supposed to be on the thing today. When you said it, I said, "Uh-oh, it was today." I tell you, my Thursdays are always off. Don't do
yeah,
anything on
yeah.
Thursday.
And Avon keeps having something at 1 o'clock too on Thursdays or something.
hmm
It's like, hey, yeah, it's not helpful, people.
Right.
So, but yeah. So anyway, if did anybody have anything they wanted clarity on or anything while we're on? We didn't talk to Joanne today. How are you, Joanne? Joanne might be busy.
I'm good. I'm good. I was trying to get my audio to be unmuted. I'm good. I've been trying to oh design on that is it ACK, the ACK thing where we can
Hmm.
text it out or whatever. I've been trying to design one that I can send out to all the new people that sign up.
Oh, that's a good
That way
idea
I
too.
can just text it to them and include on it the different bundle opportunities that they have and different things like that. And I spent so much time trying to design one, and it just never occurred to me that when I clicked out of it for the day, that it didn't save it like how SendOutCards would put it in your, if you're doing a
Oh,
printed card, it puts it in your draft.
yeah.
No, you gotta do the whole thing. And I'm like, oh dear Jesus, I can't
Um,
believe
you know the other thing, and this is just a suggestion, and Peg might have a different opinion on this, she can say, but the ACT are when people pull them up, they're more apt, I think, to look at them on your phone. So I personally, the ones I've sent so far, I did not include a whole bunch of information. So if you're doing like you wanted to show them the bundles or something, you may want to do more than one instead of like a 3 panel or something.
okay.
Have less information, like maybe just do a flat card and do a series of 3 flat cards instead of having a 3 panel, because I think the ACT ones, they're more likely to open it up on their phone. And I don't know about you, but it's harder to read small print and stuff when
Right.
when I get one on the phone, because I've got a few of them already. and it was a little bit different experience than the card. So when I'm sending them out, I want to make sure I don't like I'm not doing all of this on an act one. I'm going to do as little as possible with big pictures, I think. But that's how do you
Okay.
feel about that, Peg? Does that
Yeah,
sound
I agree. You have to realize, like Lisa's saying, they're most likely going to open it on a mobile device of some sort, either their phone or their tablet. And yeah, so modify your messaging based on how they're going to receive it.
yeah? Because I know you can't always make it bigger. I know I sit there and I go looking, and even if you could make it bigger, is everybody going to do that for all those panels? So I'm thinking like if I do a series would be better, a series of flat cards or something rather than one.
Okay.
But
So now,
that's just a
Donna,
thought.
you've done a lot of them. Once you've sent one, does it then save it like in your history so you can go back in and resend that same one to multiple people?
I think it does. Of course,
Okay.
I send mine to all the people at once. So,
Okay.
but
And it's
I
not,
saves it in there.
you don't have to personalize it. So, right? So, because you're just
Right.
getting a link to share. So
Mhm.
as long as you don't put Dear Betty or something on it, I think you'd be all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear what Donna's using them for, Joanne? The coupon code thing?
Yes, the coupon code stuff. That's pretty smart.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the welcome cards too. The welcome acts too. That's awesome. Well, okay, it's after 2, so I'm going to upload this to YouTube. And did you have a parting word you'd like to share, Maureen, or you're all good?
I was just going to say, like for Kim, I know you're really, really busy and you're struggling with cards, but maybe do like a Christmas in July card or a Fourth of July card to some of your customers.
Uh-huh.
So that way you keep up with some of your cards or to your friends. And if you have any questions, I've already got a pre-built template. I don't know how I could send it to you, but I've already made them.
Oh, okay.
So I
Yeah,
have them because
thank
I've been
you.
sending them to my groups. So, but that's something that I'm gonna, now that I'm done sending to my groups, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
start sending them to my customers, and I'm just gonna change my signature to, instead of just saying your friend Maureen DeGregory, I'm gonna say your thank you for letting me be your Avon lady, Maureen DeGregory, or something to that effect. We're gonna borrow Lisa's words. And I'm gonna send them all out to my customers. And in there I have a recipe for, I think it's a trifle.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
And I also have a recipe for like something made with watermelon. So
Oh,
those are what I'm going to
wow.
start sending.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I've got to get into the Canva and Chat GPT. I got to get into that so I can start being more creative.
And Kim, you know what? When I first made the dedicated effort that I was going to send 10 a day, I didn't start at 10, I did one.
Oh,
So
okay.
this week, don't let a day go by where you don't do one.
Okay.
And then next week, don't let a day go by you don't do two.
Okay,
And
so build up.
it won't feel so bad if you do it that way. At least it didn't for me. When I
Okay.
first was thinking 10 a day, I'm thinking, oh my God, I got so much to
Right.
do already. I don't need to stop everything to do 10. And now it doesn't take long because I work my way up from one.
Yeah, I remember because you would do 10 before we would leave. You'd be up
Yeah, that's
early.
right. I think I was already at 10 when we were somewhere though, right?
Yes.
'Cause-
Uh-huh. When we were in what, Boston? Was it Boston? I can't
yeah,
remember. But yeah. Mhm.
Boston. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I can't wait for Vegas. It's gonna be so fun.
Me either. Me either. I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Oh,
Okay, everybody. Well,
thank
thank you
you.
very much. We really
Thanks, Maureen.
appreciate you. Love you all, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank
Have
you,
a
everybody.
great rest of your day, guys.